You thought being a parent meant protecting your child. But what if the real danger is already inside your home? A whisper through the baby monitor, a child vanishing in the night, and a voice that never leaves, no matter where you run. These are not just stories. They are warnings. And once you hear them, you will never look at your child's bedroom the same way again. Watch till the end, because the final story is the one they never wanted told. The Hendersons moved into the farmhouse in early spring. Quiet fields, fresh air. Perfect for raising their daughter Lily. Lily was 5. Bright, curious, always talking to her stuffed animals. But after the first week, she became quiet. At night, she refused to sleep alone. She pointed to the floor. Said someone was under the bed. Her mother smiled. Checked with a flashlight. Nothing. See, just dust and floorboards, she said. But Lily shook her head. He only hides when you look. They laughed it off. Called it imagination. Until one night Lily screamed. Louder than they had ever heard. They ran in. Found her curled in the corner. His face was in my mattress, she cried. He said my skin looked soft. They brought her into their room. For safety. But the next night, Lily was not in her bed. Her window was locked. The door had never opened. They found her in the hallway. Standing. Facing the wall. When her father picked her up, she whispered, "He wants your face now." From then on things changed. The lights flickered. The walls creaked. Whispers traveled through the vents. One morning Lily's mother bent down to grab a toy from under the couch. She saw something. A mouth. Just a mouth. Grinning wide in the dark. She screamed. But when she looked again, nothing. That night they slept with every light on. Lily stayed in between them. But when they woke up, she was gone. Her pillow soaked in dirt. Under the bed, claw marks. Not child-sized. Long. They never found her. But every year on the same night, they hear a knock from beneath their bed. And a voice says, "You forgot one." The knocking came again the next night. 3 slow raps beneath the mattress. Then silence. Lily's mother refused to sleep in that room again. They sealed the bedroom. Moved into the guest room downstairs. But the house did not care. Scratches appeared on the walls. Furniture shifted slightly during the night. And sometimes, the sound of a girl humming echoed from behind the walls. They called a priest. He entered the sealed room. He did not stay long. When he came out, his face was pale. His hands shook. He said only one thing. "You did not bury it." They asked what he meant. But he just left. Drove away without saying another word. That night, Lily's father checked the crawlspace beneath the house. Something had dug its way in. Long tunnels. Deep and winding. At the end of one, a bed frame. Rusting. And a child's dress. Folded neatly on top. When he reached out to touch it, something breathed in the dark. Close. Hungry. Waiting. He never told his wife. He sealed the crawlspace. But the knocking returned. Every night. Always louder. Now they sleep in the car. In parking lots. Changing places every few days. But even there, in the back seat, sometimes they wake to find dirt on the floor. And a tiny handprint. On the inside of the window. The handprint would always be fresh. Smudged just enough to show movement. As if the hand had dragged slowly down the glass. Lily's mother began hearing her name at night. Whispered softly. Right beside her ear. She would wake up. And see nothing but her husband sleeping. The car locked. The keys in her hand. One night she woke to the back door open. Just a crack. Cold wind slipping in. She closed it. Checked the locks. When she turned around, Lily was sitting in the front passenger seat. Her hair tangled. Face pale. She stared straight ahead. "Lily?" The girl turned slowly. Her eyes were black. "He lives in you now," she said. "And he is still hungry." Then she was gone. Just the empty seat. Just the hum of the engine. The couple never stayed in one place again. But no matter where they went, the knocking found them. One knock for each mile they ran. And a whisper through the vents. Through the floor. Through the walls of their minds. "You forgot one." They stopped counting the knocks. Stopped pretending sleep could protect them. They boarded up the vents. Slept with earplugs. They even tried burning the dress. But the flames refused to catch. And then one morning, in a dusty motel outside a gas station, they found a new message on the mirror. Written in tiny, smudged fingerprints. "She was never yours." The glass shattered seconds later. The pieces cut deep into the husband's palms. As he tried to wipe it away. That night, he dreamed of the old house. Of the crawlspace. of something breathing beside him in the dirt. And when he woke up, his hands were covered in soil. No matter how far they drove, how many towns they passed, it followed. It was not just under the bed. It was beneath their skin, in their memories, in the hollow space, where their daughter used to laugh. And now, sometimes, when strangers check into that same motel room, the one with the cracked mirror, they wake to find a child, sitting quietly in the corner. She does not speak, but she stares, and if they blink too long, she is gone, leaving only the whisper, "You forgot one." Some guests write it off as a dream. Others leave in the middle of the night, never asking for a refund. One couple reported hearing crawling in the walls. Another swore the closet door clicked open on its own. The motel owner tried to seal the room for good. He bolted the door, nailed it shut, placed a Bible on the handle. But every few weeks, someone finds the door slightly ajar. The room untouched, but colder than the rest. And always, on the bedside table, a small handprint, pressed into the dust. Lily's parents were last seen outside of Tulsa, their car abandoned at a rest stop. Doors open. No sign of struggle. Only a note, scrawled into the dashboard with something sharp. "We finally remembered." But still, every year on the night she vanished, that motel room unlocks itself. The sheets rustle. The vents breathe. And from under the bed, a voice returns. "You forgot one." The voice lingers for hours. Soft at first like a lullaby, then louder, angrier, like something growing teeth behind the words. Motel guests on either side hear it. They never sleep through the night. One man, a trucker passing through, knocked on the office door at 3:12 a.m., his eyes wide, hands shaking. "There is something crawling in the walls," he said. "It knows my name." By morning, his truck was still there, engine running, cabin empty. The only thing inside was a folded piece of fabric. On the passenger seat, a child's dress. The motel owner eventually stopped renting the room. But it does not matter. The walls still breathe. The handprints still appear. And if you stand outside the door long enough, you will hear her voice, soft, tired, still waiting. He is still hungry. And just beneath that, another voice, older, hungrier. "You forgot one." Local legends began to grow. Some say the house they came from was cursed. Others claim Lily was never real, just a shadow wearing a child's skin. Paranormal investigators tried to explore the motel room. Only one made it past an hour. He walked out whispering to himself, his eyes fixed on the floor. He never spoke again. The room now sits untouched. Lights always flickering. Air always cold, no matter the season. And when the wind blows just right, people passing outside hear it. A slow rhythmic knocking. From beneath the bed. 3 knocks. Then silence. Then a whisper just behind the ear. "You forgot one." But no one knows what it means, or who it speaks to. Only that once you hear it, you take it with you. Back to your car. Back to your home. Back to your child's room. And someday, when the night is quiet, you will hear your son or daughter call out from their bed, "There is someone under me." And before you check, you will know the truth. You forgot one. And now, remembers you. And it does not forgive. Parents who once visited that room, even for a minute, have reported strange things in their homes. Missing toys appear in odd places. Lullabies play from devices that were never turned on. Children waking up at the exact same time every night, saying the same words. He is watching again. One mother swears she found footprints leading out from under her child's bed. Bare, small, but left in ash. Another claimed her daughter began speaking, in a voice that was not hers. Calm, male, and always whispering one phrase. "She was never yours." It spreads. From house to house. From parent to parent. You do not need to visit the motel anymore. You just need to hear the story. Think about it long enough. Doubt it. Replay it. And eventually, it finds you. You will wake up. Sit in the dark. Look at the baby monitor. Look under the bed. Check every closet. And when you finally close your eyes, just for a moment, you will hear it. 3 knocks. A child's breath. A whisper right beside your cheek. You forgot one. These are not bedtime stories. These are not the tales you read to your children to make them sleep. These are the whispers behind the curtain. The shadows that stretch just a little too far. The voices that do not belong on the baby monitor, or in the hallway, or under the bed. Parenthood is full of unknowns, but some things should stay unknown. So tonight, Before you check on your child, before you shut out the lights and trust the silence, ask yourself, are you really alone in your home? Are your children safe in their beds? Or is someone, something, watching from the walls, from the dark, from behind the screen? You may forget the stories, but they do not forget you. And one day, you will hear it again. You forgot one. And by then, it will be far too late.